Traveler, you've come at a good time.
Wait, this sounds like another commission.
It is as you say. The commission this time around is of high importance. It pertains to the safety of the Avidia Forest's inhabitants.
Huh? What happened?
Not long ago, we received word that a section of the Avidia Forest seems to have become...
Contaminated? You mean a new withering zone?
I don't know about the specifics, but I hear that strange things are happening to people who cross through that region. The Avidia Forest inhabitants won't leave their homes so easily. If we allow this contaminated region to expand, the consequences could be That's why I want to ask you to investigate the situation. Even if all you can do is stop the contamination...
This is forest business. Maybe Tainari will know something. Let's go find him! You've been, Tainari? That's...
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Tainari? Am I going to die? And tell Suna that Tainari?
What happened?
Okay, enough now. You just have a small fever.
Really?
No can do. You're a big kid now.
Oh...
Hey, let me ask you something.
I don't know either. Mom, it's different from before. I got lost and went around in a huge circle. After I got out, I started feeling dizzy.
Could it be?
So that's how this whole mess happened. Anyway, go rest. No running around until I say so, got it? Traveler, Paimon, let's step out for now.
Mr. Forest Watcher, how is my son?
I gave him some antipyretics. Let him rest here for a while. I told him that he would feel better after some medicine and rest, but I only said that to comfort him. His symptoms resemble a fever, but something else is causing them. They seem more akin to a disruption in his psyche. Antipyretics won't be of much use.
What do we do?
If memory serves, a plant called Vasanti grass can help soothe the mind. A small number grow in arid deserts. They usually look like shriveled weeds, but can be revitalized with a splash of water. They're expensive and unable to grow in the Avidia Forest's climate, so I don't have any on hand. I'll ask the caravans. Go find Kale, have her prepare medicinal tools and a set of traveling gear for me.
All right. Thank you.
Contaminated region, huh? Is that why you two are also here?
Yep. Is it a new withering zone?
Doesn't seem like one. Whether you look at scale, internal conditions, or resultant effects, they're completely different. The only thing they have in common is that they aren't welcome. This nuisance made itself home in the Avidia Forest.
We feel the same way.
All right. Let's contact the caravans first and purchase some Vasanti grass. There's no time to waste. We have to move quickly. Excuse me, I'd like to purchase some Vasanti grass. Do you have any?
I'm sorry, Mr. Forest Watcher, but we've been
Closed? Now that's odd. It's my first time hearing you say something.
It's a long story. Some of our goods were stolen recently. They were mechanical parts that we got from the academia. Although they're old models, they still fetch a good price on the market. Our caravans had to pull together more to afford those parts. Now that they've been lost, we'll likely come up short this trip. All the merchants talked it over and we just—
I don't get it. If these goods are so important, then why not think of a way to get them? Raising prices won't solve anything. At best, you—
Mr. Forest Watcher, it's not that we don't want to. We asked around and we can't keep waiting out here for the thief to come out.
So the bandit hid in the How many people were there in total?
That crook came from the contaminated region.
No people?
Even if I tell you, you might—
What the heck? The Avidia—
to be honest, it came out of nowhere. Before we could react, we were all shocked. By the time we came to our senses,
I see. If we help you retrieve your stolen goods, then business will return to normal?
Oh, but of course! Not only that, but you'll become one of our caravan's VIPs on all future purchases of any—
Enough. Tell me something that's actually useful. Any leads on that mechanical crab?
Maybe one. After our goods were stolen, we specifically got someone to assess— If you're interested, you can go and talk—
All right. We'll go and have a—
Inactivity serves no—
That mechanical crab is fast, strong, and a pain to deal with. 10 of us might not even be able to take that thing head on. Didn't the academia ban research on mechanical life forms years ago? Where did that thing come from? Our salaries even got slashed because of it.
I heard from the caravanners that there have been a lot— We don't normally see the mechanical crab, and it doesn't disturb our daily lives. It only shows up when the caravans are here, and it runs back to the contaminated region after it's—
You haven't tried capturing it?
We have, but it's too agile and fast. However, we did unexpectedly learn something the last— It apparently lives in the deepest part of the forest. So instead of immediately once its stash grows large enough, it moves everything in one go. You'll have to move fast if you want—
After the goods were stolen, I made multiple inquiries with nearby caravans. It turns out that many others have also been robbed by that crooked crab. However, the crab only seems to be interested in a caravan carrying a large amount of more I had an Whatever the case, that thing is—
How are things? Did you make any progress?
We learned of its behaviors, but much still remains unclear. Assuming normal operational status, mechanical constructs generally act according to their given command. If I were its owner, I'd command it to steal more valuable things. Or the more you made. That would be the most efficient method. But it only goes after mechanical components. This doesn't make any sense.
Right. It's—
So, you all found a way to retrieve our goods?
Do you have any more mechanical parts with you?
Yes, Oh, are you planning to—
Under constant external conditions, organisms rarely initiate changes in their habits. Here's what we know so far. It has a mechanical composition, it lives in the contaminated region, and it comes out to steal mechanical components. If we have said components, we can lure it out, capture it, and then make observations for further conclusions. Well, chatting like this won't get us anywhere. We're only wasting time.
You're right. We don't have any other options right now. This bag of samples is all yours, Mr. Forest Watcher. If you can get our goods back, the caravans will reward—
We don't need anything in return, but I'll be keeping this bag. I may have other uses for it, like— We'll also need to borrow a sumpter beast. Our act has to be convincing if we want the—
Oh, yeah, no problem at all. If it means getting our things back—
I'll have to decline that offer. Anyway, we'll use the mechanical components and Sumpter Beast to pose as a... Once it appears, capture it. I leave the timing to you.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Looking at the trade routes and the contaminated region's current perimeter.
Then let's get to it. We'll definitely capture the...
Okay. We'll start from here and have the Sumpter Beast with the components. This Sumpter Beast isn't familiar with us yet, so be calm and take your time with it.
The Sumpter Beast went ahead. Let's keep up with it. Huh? Why'd it stop?
Looks like it's loafing around. Or maybe it's hungry. The caravanners grew disheartened after their goods were stolen, so they
All right, it's moving again. Did you hear something? Ah! Is that the mechanical crab the caravan was talking about?
It looks strong. Be careful.
Illusion shattered!
Burst forth!
Right now. Right here. Right now.
Stabilize! This is order!
Just try to escape this time, you naughty caravan robbing... Hey, playing dumb won't save you. Spill it! Why are you stealing so many mechanical parts?
It doesn't seem capable of comprehending complex questions. I don't know why you're stealing mechanical parts, but they don't belong to you. Stolen items must be returned to their rightful owners. You came from the depths of the contaminated region, right? How about you help? If you take us there, I'll give you some mechanical...
It reacted!
We can't be certain yet. Its excitement may be a simple programmed response upon seeing...
Okay, so you want the crowd to lead us into the contaminated region?
That's right. The contaminated region has a large and currently expanding perimeter. If we charge straight in, we'll get lost. I've been studying this contaminated region.
Paimon gets it now. Does this scuttler understand?
It doesn't have to, as long as it isn't hostile towards us. I gave it some components that it will definitely take back to the contaminated region. So long as it doesn't attack us, we can simply follow along.
It seems to be really happy.
Listen to me. Wait for us here. No, we'll be back soon. If you're still here when we return, I'll give you another mechanical part as a reward. Understood? I'm not sure, but our priorities are to retrieve the mechanical components and to purchase Vasanti grass to make We should return. But before we do, we need to set up a few traps. Can't have that crab escaping.
mechanical parts that were stolen! You really got them. Thank you all so very much. I don't know how I can repay you. Don't worry about the price. They're on the house.
2 is enough.
No, that won't do. Here, I'll throw in some more.
No need. I've already received your reward.
Reward? You mean that bag of mechanical parts? They aren't worth much compared to this merchandise.
But those parts are very useful to me. Just like the Vasanti grant, I retrieved the things you needed, and you gave me what I needed in return. Oh, and before we go, just a reminder, the forest has an intricate and biodiverse ecosystem.
Noted. Thank you all.
Let's return to the village. The earlier we can give the child medicine, the sooner he'll start.
Oh! Hi there, Traveler and Paimon. Master, I prepared the pharmaceutical equipment. Do you need me to—
No need. A precise dosage is required this time.
Oh. Okay.
But once I'm done, you can deliver the medication to the child. He gets a little nervous when I'm around for too long. I don't think he'd I'll go prepare the medication. Traveler, give me a hand.
How is he? Doing any better? I feel like he's doing a lot better. That's wonderful! Oh yeah, he asked me to tell you that Suna came by earlier, and he told her everything about the toy. Suna didn't get mad, so he wanted to thank you.
It's nothing. Did you prepare the traveling gear I asked you to?
Of course I did! Are you going
Yes, we're going to the contaminated region. Judging by its size, we will likely have to stay overnight. I'm leaving everything to you while I'm gone.
Huh? But I can't even begin—
Many things are learned by doing. And once they've been done, you'll realize they weren't as deal with problems as you yourself see fit. You don't have to emulate.
That's right! You'll do great, Kale. Alright, then I'll do my best. Master, Traveler, Paimon, take care of yourselves.
You put too much confidence in me. Anyway, like you said, things will likely be uneventful. Let's return and find that crab.
We're here. This should be— Huh? Where's the crab? Did it secretly scuttle away?
The traps weren't triggered, so it should... You honored our agreement and waited here until we returned. As such, I'll hold up my end and give you another mechanical part. Keep it safe. I'm glad you're satisfied. If you want more mechanical parts, I want to see what happened there. What caused the avidya...
So this is the contaminated region that everyone's been talking about. Oh, it's like really creepy and suffocating.
Do you feel unwell at all? Good. It's as I predicted. Elemental power confers a degree of resistance against the contaminated region's influence.
How do you know that?
I haven't entered the contaminated region for a proper investigation, but I've conducted my observations during our time here have all but confirmed my hypothesis. Look at these flowers. How are they different from normal? This flower species is formally known as the Sumeru rose, but they're sensitive to ley lines and emit varying amounts. From the looks of things, the ley line...
You're saying the contamination here is coming from ley lines?
I can't confirm that right now. Let's take another look around and see if we can
You know, we haven't seen any animals this entire time. The birds used to chirp really loudly, and there were a lot of foxes.
This contaminated region currently appears to have a critical efflux of ley line energy, which is probably the root cause of the... Some animals have keen awareness. They sensed something abnormal in this area and fled.
Leaky ley lines sure can cause a lot of damage, huh?
Like how plants have preferred growth conditions, we also gradually habituate to our surrounding environment. Climate, temperature, humidity, intensity of ley line energies. When people live under fixed conditions, they reach a sort of... This equilibrium is broken when the surrounding environment abruptly changes. If normal fluctuations in temperature occur, then our bodies automatically adjust. However...
Then why are we okay?
I'm not sure why you are, but he and I are fine because our elemental capability... Of course, it's not a good idea to spend too much time in areas with concentrated ley line energy. That's about it for the investigation. Help me find it. Environment setup complete. Excellent. Looks like it's working.
What's this?
A purification device that
What a neat thing! Let's set up more and...
I wouldn't mind if that would actually work. Unfortunately, once this contamination is present, it isn't something that a few purification devices can... The purification devices have their limits. At best, they can only prevent the contaminated region from expanding temporarily. If we want to permanently eradicate the contamination from the ley line effluents, well, that's right.
Huh? The mechanical crab is acting a little...
Something's approaching. So that's it. Now that the ley line energy has stabilized, the monsters that had left are starting to return. Get rid of them quickly. Don't let them get close to the...
Inazuma shines eternal! Ha!
Whew! That's all of them! Hey! Where are you? Wait! Let's hurry and keep up! The mechanical crab went that way! Let's keep up!
Help! Help!
There is no escape!
Emerge, right here.
Spare me! Please spare me!
Hey! Are you okay?
These injuries are superficial. Don't move, I'll patch you up.
Who are you all? What happened?
Don't worry, we took care of him.
Oh, good. It's a monster! Hurry, attack it!
How do we explain this? Crap, it heard you shouting for help and brought us here to rescue.
It's faking it. It has to be! Maybe it's gonna partner up with the other mechanical monster. Do you know what's inside the forest? It's all crawling with mechanical... I just came here to pick herbs, but I accidentally went into the contaminated region and almost died. I gotta get out of here. Ah, yes. Yes. I have to escape. Be careful. No wonder the academia wanted...
Are you okay?
His inarticulate speech and bodily tremors indicate psyche disruption. He's been inside the contaminated region for too long. We've purified the ley line energy over there. Follow this path out and you'll soon see the village. At that point, someone will bring him to Kale for help. I already prepared medication that will return him to normal. So you think you did a good job and want a part as your reward?
It's so hard to understand.
Alright, regardless of what you're thinking, you did some real good this. That's why I'll give you another mechanic. Guess not. Well, make sure to hang on. And also, how do you feel about that person's...
Okay, it definitely doesn't understand you.
It seems like it possesses limited help others to get parts. It's getting late, so let's set up... Hey, over here! Come on, you big lummox, raise your head and look up! Let's set up camp here.
Alright, Paimon also thinks it's a good spot.
Oh. Any particular reason?
This place is perfect to put up a big tent. We can also set up a cooking pot and cook tons of delicious food.
You're not wrong, but the primary reason for choosing this place is because its higher elevation keeps us so... Rainforests are very wet. You should always be careful when spending the night. For the next tasks at hand, let's divide and conquer. I'll set up the tent. You'll be in charge of making the...
Leave it to Paimon. Paimon's a pro.
I'm not expecting that much. Just do what you can. That's right. You can use rushes to start a fire in the wilderness. Their piths are relatively dry and can be readily set aflame. The downside is that they produce a lot of smoke.
Traveler, Tainari, Paimon couldn't find any food. Paimon didn't know that rainforest had so many interesting plants until we came here. There were all sort of weird-looking mushrooms, but Paimon didn't know which ones were edible. Paimon also saw wild berries on the ground, and Paimon was...
Those were probably dead leaf butterflies. They camouflage as dead leaves to evade predators. My guess is that they mistook you for a bird when you flew over, so they fled. Little did they know that you were more scared than they were. Never mind. The tent's up, so you two go rest. I'll forage for food. Oh, you found some already.
Paimon understands it this time! It wants mechanical parts again!
Sorry, no part this time. That task wasn't important enough. If every little thing resulted in a reward, then it might start to take advantage of the system. I'll note little things like this and give a cumulative reward at a later time. That is one reason.
It looks really sad.
After some further thought, it might come up with some weird misunderstanding if I don't give it something. I'm off to prepare dinner.
We need lookouts?
Yes. Even though most animals fled because of the ley lines, we can't completely let down our guard. It's settled then. I'll set up some pest-repelling devices so poisonous insects don't come crawling into the tent. Have a good night. Not too good, though.
Paimon's getting sleepy. Is this because of the ley lines? It's been a while since we camped outside like this. This feels like when we just started adventuring together. Nighty-night.
You're awake earlier than I expected. Did you sleep well? That's good. I was worried that you two wouldn't be able to sleep, so don't worry. Speaking of which, have you seen... It was scampering around over there just now, but I don't know... So you can tell, a ley line effluence of this magnitude, until we fully understand the situation, take extra caution. Topics related to mechanical life forms were... They proposed an intriguing idea. Use our knowledge. However, no matter which modules or parts are installed, a machine is innately a construct that receives and executes commands. They can never possess self-awareness. In their pursuit to discover the differences between the irony is... I'm interested in the topic of mechanical... It's just my personal opinion. My ancestors and the Veluca Shuna of the desert coexisted together and supported one another. The blood of my people were born from this symbiotic relationship. So to me, all life is important. To understand life, you must first respect it. Life is not an expendable commodity, and knowledge should not be wielded like a scepter. These are the points of contention. By placing yourself above other life forms, what kind of results do you expect to get from researching pure life with impure intentions? Really? Well, I'm glad to hear it. Coffee? Did you prepare this for us? All right. Seeing that you're working so hard to help out, you're not planning on using it. Many of your own parts are critically degraded, and... All right. Suit yourself. Oh, and thanks. The night watch is yours. Stay safe.
Sorry. Paimon slept through the entire night. Really? You're not mad? Don't worry. Paimon will be sure to stay awake next.
Good morning, Traveler and Paimon. Quick question. Me too. The farther in we go, the closer we get to the source of the ley line effluence. We'll be heading...
Is there something we can do?
Extinguish our fire so we don't set the entire forest aflame. Also, retrieve the pest-repelling devices from last night. We don't want to affect the eco...
Got it! Paimon will take care of...
All right. Let's meet back here. All right. It's about time to head out. As we go further in, we may encounter more berserk machines. The effects of the ley lines will also increase. If you're struggling, it would be try to conserve as much energy as possible until we reach the source of the contamination.
Illusion shattered!
As I thought.
Come into being! Come on out, show them.
I will have order. Gather!
Torn to oblivion! There is no escape!
This is order.
It stopped here!
Upon closer inspection, the plants here are really different. Ley line energies are also stronger here. This may be the place we've been looking for. Ready yourselves. We're going in.
Time to begin work? Let's finish this quickly.
There's a ton of mechanical monsters here. They made this place their lair.
Looks like there's no way to sneak by. Let's take care of them quickly.
Solidify!
Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
What is this?
Ley line, this device. It's extracting energy from the ley. Who in the world would do this without considering the consequences? The ley lines won't be able to repair themselves if they're
That's terrible! We have to stop it! Oh, let Paimon see. Paimon doesn't see controls anyway!
Standing here is equivalent to being directly showered in ley line energy, which may cause irreversible damage to your body. Take Paimon and get out of here. I'll see if I can find a way to turn.
Wait! You're also vulnerable to the ley lines, right? We're staying! We can't leave you here by yourself!
Then let's look for it together. If there is no control unit here, then there must be a trapdoor somewhere.
You know where it is? Hey! Wait for us! up if you step on it?
Be careful and watch your step.
Look! Someone's here! Are you the one that's taking the ley line's energy? Turn off that machine! Why aren't you saying anything? Too ashamed?
His body is cold. It's emaciated, and his eyes are sunken, likely from chronic malnourishment and stress. He collapsed and never got back up. Almost forgot about you. Here.
What is it doing?
I'm not sure. Judging by this room's layout, this place was a laboratory. We should find a repository of research. The file room will definitely give us some clues, so let's go take a look.
Wow! It's huge in here!
This place is a natural hiding spot with how hidden it is.
Did you two find any?
There are a lot of lab notes, but it would take way too long to read through them all. I found a tape recording used for an experiment, and based on its serial number, it's...
Tape record?
Yes, the Spontama created a device that visually records experiments and consolidates. However, these devices are expensive to make and aren't entirely stable. That's why they are only used in some...
Come on, let's watch it!
Hold on, let me figure out how to play the tape. It goes there... Ah, okay, this should do it.
Kakata? Kakata? Seriously, I look away for 1 second and you're gone? There you are. Look here. This is our new home. I, Abatui, will unleash my talents here and amaze those ancient fossils at the Academia. Oh, you're also quite happy. Kakata, do you know what we're about to do? Yes, I thought not. Listen up, Kakata. I'm going to make a mechanical life form that can be mass-produced. The technology will be unlike... I'll use mechanical organs, and electric currents will course through them like blood. A steel-cast heart that will beat forever, and an inspiration from the ruins and the research that the Academia had banned. I hope everything can start anew from this place. When you can understand our language and live among us, you will no longer be a boring machine, but a truly living being. It's fine. You will understand. One day, you will understand me.
Karkata is the mechanical crab, and that researcher named Abatui said he...
I remember now. I had a junior researcher named Abatui. He was expelled from the Academia for researching mechanical life forms.
Junior researcher?
Yeah? What's wrong?
Nothing. Paimon was just wondering, doesn't Abatui look older than you?
He is, but academic progression isn't tied to age. I finished my studies a while ago, so subsequent students generally considered me as their senior.
Oh!
Of course, age can be an issue. For a while, people always dragged me into pictures. I felt like some kind of animal on display. That isn't important. Let's go and see if we can find other tape recordings. The pipes continue further. Let's head in.
Written on it. Let Paimon see. Oh, it's from a half a year ago!
That's quite the time gap. I wonder what happened in between.
It's rare that you malfunction because of an operational error. Seems that making coffee is still somewhat difficult for you. Or is there an issue with my set? All right, there you go. Water entered the chela and caused it to short-circuit, so it couldn't receive signals from the ganglion. Look at me, talking to you like this. You can't understand me anyway, can you? It's fine. Try moving around. Everything in working order? Be more careful next time. We're tight on money right now, so we don't have a lot of parts or power to spare. I'm glad. Karkata, did you know? Yesterday, I dreamed that you could talk. Aren't the bunch at the Academia always saying things like, mechanical intelligence is just an extension of statistics? They were blown away when they saw... Too bad it was just a dream. Forget holding a conversation with me. You're so simple that you probably wouldn't even notice if I... Never mind. I should probably be worrying about next month's power.
After Abatui left the Academia, everyone lost contact with him. I thought he was so despondent that he gave up on researching mechanical life forms. Instead, he had holed up here.
Paimon doesn't feel like he's a bad person. He even changed out Karkata's broken parts.
Following the serial numbers, the next recording should be here. The writing is sloppy. Perhaps his state of mind had changed. There's also an undated tape in the wrong spot. Doesn't seem like Abatui put it there.
Maybe Karkata helped him with sorting.
It's hard to say. These are the last 2 tape recordings. Let's watch them.
Sorry, Karkata. I was just thinking about something. Today might become a special day. In my recent experiments, I successfully gave you a living being's... When you're low on power, or if one of your parts is damaged, you will prioritize your survival. That is a very dangerous thing. And today, I did something even more dangerous. I've officially activated the 3rd generation ley line extractor. The ley lines will serve as our power source from the... Conducting research on mechanical life forms requires a large amount of power. I'm also getting tired, Karkata. I don't know what's driving me to continue with this research anymore. They say that even if it simulates the operation of a living creature's organs, a machine is still an ice-cold tool. I want to prove them wrong. I want to turn you into a living, breathing, and talking being. I'm not talking about anything cheerful, Karkata. Modules for language, emotion, and movement. I've been working my absolute hardest to augment and refine your functionalities, but I've never seen an effective response. You are my finest success, but even you can't understand me. All you can do is execute limited responses. Karkata, I wish you could speak to me, even just once. Yes, you cannot understand me, so you cannot answer me either. It is what it is. In a few days, I'll sell the failed ley line extractor for some more and continue my experiments. Life goes on, and I have to as well. I don't have any other choice. This is new. If I place another 2 control modules here to simulate the brain's thalamus... Of course my heart decides to act up now. Why did I cut medication from our expenses? Karkata, come help me. Strange. I feel weak. Oh no, I have to shut down the Shut it off! If we let them recharge indefinitely, they'll go out of control. Right. I never input a command to shut down the extractor, so you don't understand. In the end, it's just like the Academia said. Mechanical life forms only bring danger. I'm sorry, Karkata. In the end, I still wasn't able to...
I see. So the ley line effluence was an accident. After Abatui's unexpected death, the mechanical monsters were driven by their instincts and continuously drew out power from the ley line extractor.
Paimon understands. Then why didn't Karkata go haywire like the other machines?
Because Karkata is different from the other machines. Structures similar to living organisms, the ability to cry and laugh, and capacity for independent thought. To Abatu, perhaps only by building such a machine could he have the academia acknowledge his protracted But if he had slowed down and saw Karkata as a friend instead of an experimental... Karkata can't speak. And yet it cares about Abatui far...
What does that mean?
You'll see in a bit. But before that, we have a more urgent task at hand. First, let's find the control unit for the ley line extractor and shut it down. More of this transparent flooring. It feels like a maze. Keep up. Ha! Below us is the final room. The control unit is likely in there.
The way ends here. Wanna try jumping down?
Stabilize!
Burst forth! Shine down! Coming to be! Illusion shattered! Now you shall perish! Shine down!
Let's nip that in the bud. One with the forest.
With sword comes shadow. Incoming.
This should be the control unit. Once we turn it off, the ley line extractor should also... Without an external force damaging the ley lines, they should start to slowly repair... Oh, but I bet you two are more worried about Karkata. Let's head back.
parts because it thinks doing so will fix its owner?
Karkata is unable to understand the concept. However, it probably remembers when Abatui replaced its parts when it malfunctioned, and how that restored it. It's true that Karkata isn't able to think or understand many topics, but it is like a
So that's why it kept stealing mechanical parts. But it can't repair its owner, no matter how hard.
Yes, but the important thing is that it formed the thought of wanting to repair up. No one knows how this thought came to be, but it has even suppressed the instincts that Abatui had installed. If it really is as we've predicted, this research truly will make waves in the academia. It might have been possible to achieve this with ancient technology, but no one has been able to do the same with modern tools.
Karkata? Karkata? Can you hear Paimon? Tighnari says you're awesome!
It reached its limit. It hasn't recharged this entire time. Nor it's a miracle that it managed to hang on. I'm going to confirm that the ley line... Let them be alone for a while. The ley line extractor has ceased operations. Traces of ley line energy are still in the atmosphere, but the effluence's source is moving on. Those affected by the ley line, according to the academia's policies, research materials related to mechanical life forms will be destroyed, and Karkata will be disassembled.
What the heck?
You two should return first. I'll take care of things here. Although we've stopped the source of the effluence, the ley line energy in the air exceeds normal values. Your bodies won't be able to hold... Listen, the Traveler hasn't rested very well. Also, it'll take some time to pack up all the research documents. You're not familiar with this research after all, so you won't be of much use here. Tell the Adventurers Guild that the incident has been resolved, and then get some sleep. We can discuss matters tomorrow. Oh, and don't talk about Abatui. The fewer that know about mechanical life form research, the better.
All right. Then let's go back to Catherine. Anyway, so the contaminated region turned out to be a ley line effluence deep in the forest. Things are already getting back to normal.
I see. Thank you for your hard work. Once the excess ley line energy dissipates from the air, we should be able to make an announcement for residents. This is the stipulated reward. Please accept it.
Is Karkata going to be sent back to the Academe? It's already damaged, but Paimon feels sad. Oh, then how about we find Tighnari tomorrow and ask him not to do that? Paimon really wants to go right now, but Tighnari said that we would discuss matters tomorrow. We'll probably make him mad if we go now. Alright then, we'll find Tighnari tomorrow and tell him not to disassemble Karkata.
Don't you remember your adventure
There's so many
plans,
local
my lady?
specialties in Sumeru. I want to buy more. How are you feeling? Sleep well? We should go find time.
Keep your voice. The lilac daphne, a daphne of the genus Thameliaceae, has a strong anticonvulsant. Extrapolating from these two datasets, it would be particularly potent against...
Karkata?
Oh, I thought I told you all to keep your voices low. Plants aren't afraid of noise, but you're
You didn't disassemble...
Why would I do that?
But Paimon thought you said, according to the academia...
So that's why you two barged in like barbarians at this hour. Fine. I suppose I wasn't clear enough about this yesterday. What I meant was, according to the academia's policies, all products of Anyway, the first thing I did was repair Karkata. During my time at the academia, I took an elective course. We then buried Abatui together. After organizing the research materials, I kept some as a souvenir. I'm not with the academia, so what do their policies have to do with me? On the other hand, I am the forest watcher of the... All life brought forth in this world has meaning, and Karkata is no exception. If it...
That's great! Wait, you just said life form. You reckon...
The possibility exists, is all. It's hard to explain Karkata's efforts to repair... Abatui only left behind a small portion of his research. Who knows how many commands he installed? Maybe a conflict between all those commands resulted in this sort of behavior. From a more rigorous perspective, it is impossible to conclude that Karkata is a real life form. But the possibility exists. I am willing to believe in that. By the way, I'm not interested in continuing research on this subject. I'm just letting it hang out here because this place is relatively secluded. But as things stand now, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make it my research assistant. At the very least, it can record my... What do you think?